P0562 is generally understood as a low system voltage code. On a 2015 to 2025 Ford F150 with the 2.7 EcoBoost, that can mean a module may be seeing voltage lower than expected. The truck may show warning messages, hard starting, charging-related symptoms, electrical resets, or drivability and shifting complaints that are secondary to the voltage issue. Broadly, the possible fault areas can include the battery, charging system, power and ground connections, wiring or module power supply concerns. Before going any farther, pause here. The diagnostic path tied to this case is for 10R80D clutch hydraulic and mechanical concerns. It does not give P0562 operating conditions, setting logic, voltage test values, circuit checks, or a P0562 pinpoint test. So if P0562 is the code you are chasing, do not use the D-clutch routine to make the low-voltage repair decision. If the truck also has a real D-clutch engagement or shift concern, handle that as a separate transmission symptom. Start by making sure normal D-clutch operation is understood, then check the transmission fluid level before going deeper. For engagement or shift concerns, the break-in routine should be done before attempting internal transmission repairs. In the D-clutch does not apply path. Possible sticky D-clutch valves are handled by using a diagnostic scan tool to carry out the PCM/TCM transmission, accelerated main control brake in routine 3 times. After that, check line pressure. If line pressure is low, stop and diagnose the line pressure problem before moving farther into the D-clutch hardware. If the D-clutch still does not apply, the next checks move into the main control and hydraulic circuit. Look for a D-clutch control valve stuck OFF, a latch valve stuck OFF, or a blocked or leaking D-clutch hydraulic circuit. Overhaul, clean, and inspect the main control valve body and separator plate passages for debris, blockage, and leaks, then clean as needed. If the bore or valve is damaged, install a new main control valve body. Also consider an SSD mechanically stuck OFF. If a solenoid is stuck or damaged, install a new solenoid. From there, disassemble and inspect the CDF clutch cylinder and planetary carrier No. 3 for wear and damage, and install new components as necessary. Last in that path, inspect the D-clutch friction plates, steel plates, piston, and seals for wear or damage, and install new components as necessary. If the complaint is that the D-clutch is always applied, the path starts again with possible sticky D-clutch valves. Use the scan tool and carry out the PCM/TCM transmission, accelerated main control brake, in routine 3 times. Then inspect the main control valve body for a D-clutch control valve stuck on or D-clutch hydraulic circuit cross leaks. If the bore or valve is damaged, install a new main control valve body. If the SSD is mechanically stuck on and the solenoid is stuck or damaged, install a new solenoid. After that, inspect the CDF clutch cylinder and planetary carrier No. 3 for wear and damage, then inspect the D-clutch friction plates, steel plates, piston return spring, and seals, installing new components as necessary. For a delayed, soft, or slipping D-clutch apply, first address the possibility of an incorrect transmission strategy in the PCM or TCM by downloading the correct transmission strategy and completing the adaptive learning drive cycle. Then run the PCM/TCM transmission accelerated main control brake in routine 3 times. Next, check line pressure, and if line pressure is low, diagnose that pressure concern. If the hydraulic circuit is suspect, inspect the main control valve body and separator plate passages for debris, blockage, and leaks, clean as necessary, and inspect the front support assembly, input shaft Teflon seals, and D-clutch piston seals for leaks. If the SSD is mechanically stuck OFF and the solenoid is stuck or damaged, install a new solenoid. Finish that path by inspecting the D-clutch friction plates, steel plates, piston, and seals, and install new components as necessary. For harsh D-clutch apply, begin the same way by correcting the transmission strategy and completing the adaptive learning drive cycle, then run the brake in routine 3 times. Check line pressure, and if line pressure is high, diagnose the line pressure concern. Then inspect the main control valve body and separator plate passages for a sticking D-clutch control valve, debris, blockage, and leaks. If the bore or valve is damaged, install a new main control valve body. If the SSD is mechanically stuck OFF and the solenoid is stuck or damaged, install a new solenoid. The last check is the D-clutch friction plates, steel plates, piston return spring, and related components, with new components installed as necessary. Keep verification separate from the D-clutch testing. For P0562, complete the proper low-voltage diagnostic path first, then verify the repair and confirm the code stays gone under the right operating conditions. The takeaway is simple. P0562 may be a system voltage problem, but this D-clutch path does not diagnose it, so do not let an unrelated clutch routine pull you away from the voltage concern. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.